Welcome to the stream. Three, four. Okay, that's not bad. Let's see. Refresh. Let's see. Refresh. Okay, I think that's it. Boy, we have less than 500 subs. That's not good. We had 600 subs last week. Darn. Oh well, the more you sub, the more subs we have. Precocious username subscribed. Hello. The tautology of tautologies. Alright, hopefully you guys can hear me and see me and stuff. That's right, Seth, whatever you said. My streams have gotten sort of boring. I think I'm too old to stream. But my games are interesting because I make a lot of blunders. I think I had 6 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw in the tournament. Hey, trying to learn. Welcome to the stream. Did you consider streaming your games live? That would have been cool to watch. Yeah, but the problem is all of our equipment is here, and I can't work the equipment, and Karen was streaming at the house here. So it's too complicated again. Streaming requires a lot of hardware, which I can't take from the house. I don't know how it works. Yay, tensor extensions banning people. That makes for a better stream. How am I? I'm good. How are you? I'm too tired to stream. I love the 5 minutes with Ben vids. Thank you. I'm going to make a 5 minutes with Ben video for each game that I played in the tournament. So there'll be 6 of them. I've made 2 of them already, and I'll make 2 tomorrow and 2 the next day. And over the next 5 or 6 days, Karen will put them out. How many J6 rioters from Georgia did Trump pardon? Whenever I see J6, I think of the poker hand Jack 6. When I started making 5 minutes with Ben, I explained in the video that 5 minutes is an approximation, and it could be any amount of time. And then whenever I make any video, there's several comments about how the fact that it's not 5 minutes. Who's the worst person, Elon Musk or Elon Musk? Probably the first one. Well, now that we have rapists and murderers and Nazis running the country, we'll see what happens. Exclam OTB. Yeah, and you shouldn't buy eggs. Everybody should be vegan. What's the funniest game of chess you have played? I mean, I don't know if they're funny. When is the OTB tourney? It was last weekend. And what? I've already talked about my tournament ad nauseum. Also, why weren't you following it live? It was shown on chess.com. I had 1 win and 5 draws. What? How could you miss it? I've already streamed today. This is my second stream. The games were shown live. I don't understand. Where have you guys been? Your lessons always help me. Thank you. What do you think about Hans coaching Levy? Well, it's interesting to talk about, I guess. If there's nothing else in your life you can talk about. George used a fake company on his resume. What was it called? Probably Vandalay Industries, I would guess. Events name so I can find it on chess.com. The Charlotte Open. In Charlotte. He was an expert in risk management. Maybe Danya will play. Play in the tournament that's over? What? Hello. I never learn anything from watching you because I'm too stupid. Sorry. That's okay. You shouldn't learn anything. Levy can reach to GM title. It's like title spelled wrong. But Levy's in all caps. Yay, I am the first one in the chat. You are? There's been like 150 chats before that one. Who was your most difficult opponent in the Charlotte Open? I guess myself. I mean, I can't see. I think my glasses are dirty. Also, I can't see. Like, it just exacerbates it that my glasses are always dirty. Ben, can you tell a joke? Sam Shankland. Precocious username gifted a sub. Thank you. Thanks for supporting the stream. Could Levy become a GM if he changes his name to Levon? No. How come when I say Levy can't become a GM, I catch strays for everybody? Everybody says Feingold said this, and Feingold's always dissing on Levy, and, so forth. And then when Hikaru's interviewed, and they're like, can Levy become a GM? He's like, no. And then that's the end of it. No follow-up questions. Brodo Sam gifted 5 subs. Thank you, Brodo Sam. Yay, go hype train. Yay, level 2. We're waiting until 9 o'clock when we're on Chess TV, then I'll start analyzing the games from today. We had a tournament on Tuesday last week. This exact stream. Ben, can you be a coach to Levy? No. Didn't Hikaru say he has the skills but lacks in mentality? I don't know what he said. Why would Levy become a GM? Wouldn't he lose money? What did George once pull from a whale blowhole? Titleist. Are you a Genesis guy? You mean the group Genesis with Phil Collins? No. Oh, I do like Peter Gabriel. Sega Genesis. Not that either. Have you been following the TGL golf stuff? I mean, I haven't watched any of it, but I've heard of it. Sounds incredibly stupid. Besides Seinfeld, what other shows have you watched entirely? Rick and Morty, Sanford and Son, The Flintstones, Hill Street Blues, Deadwood, Boardwalk Empire, Sopranos. Probably like 20 more that I can't think of right now. I haven't seen this season of Always Sunny. I've seen like 1 or 2 episodes. So I'm a few episodes behind. But I've seen the first like 13 seasons or whatever. I've probably watched all of the Golden Girls, but it's probably been 25 years. Ben, don't you think Levy sucks at chess? Levy is better than most chess players, but he's not GM material. GM material is like Faustino Oro. That's GM material. Now you're talking. What do you think of Nikki Glazer jokes? I don't really think about her that often, so I don't know what to tell you. Yeah, we haven't seen episode 1 of Severance because I was away when it came out. It's possible Karen saw it without me, but we haven't discussed it. So we'll probably watch it this week, the first episode of the 2nd season. We need a couple of subs for the hype train to get to level 3. Nothing's been happening on the hype train. Do you ever think about the Roman Empire? Think. What is this, 1980? Isn't that a meme from several years ago? Now you're bringing it back up? Is Baccarat better than poker, or was Phil Ivey just cheating? What? That used to be very good but now considered bad? Probably not. I think I've seen every episode of Cheers. Probably Frasier, too. You know, the old Frasier. You should send a kiss to Levy, at least. I should? Thoughts on the Jobava London? I don't think about it that much. Karen Chess doesn't agree with my assessment of Levy. Yeah, but Hans is good at chess. There's a difference. A better question, and I think the answer is no, is do I think in Levy's chess career starting from now, if he wasn't an IM, would he become one? And I think the answer is no. So Levy would have to get 3 IM norms, and he would have to get to 2,400 FIDE. I don't think Levy's going to do that in the rest of his career. So I think if Levy was an FM right now, and his goal was to become an IM, he wouldn't achieve it. Yeah, Levy needs better material. That's right. Is this the most questions asked in one stream? No, I get a lot of questions in this stream. A lot of them were sort of weird. Well, some people want to become a GM because they want to become a GM. It's an achievement. Not everybody does everything for the amount of money they make. Some people have enough money and they want to achieve other things. Like if you climb mountains, you probably don't make money, but people like to climb mountains. I don't, but some people do. It's not for profit. Not everything you do is for profit. Some things are hobbies or they're goals that you have wanted to achieve in life. Most people who watch my streams don't have any goals. They go on the internet and they make fun of other people and say nasty things, but they don't have goals for their own life. So they don't understand when people have goals. That confuses them. They also don't understand when people are individuals. Like if I do things that other people don't do, they don't understand that. For example, my stream doesn't play any music. So people are like, why don't you play music? Every other stream does. That's not why I do things in life, because everybody else does them. That's what you guys do. You guys are all sheep. You should do stuff on your own that you find that you enjoy. Karen plays music on the stream because she enjoys that and she thinks it makes it better. I don't play music on my stream. First of all, I'm streaming on YouTube simultaneously, so I can't play music. But when I wasn't streaming on YouTube, I still didn't want to do it because it was a hassle and a bother. And it doesn't add to the stream. It takes away from me being funny. Karen's stream is good with music because Karen sings and she sings well. George's dad stopped sleeping in the same bed as his wife because of a leg condition she had. What nickname did he use for that condition? She got the Jimmy leg. Get that your leg? Like you can't believe. Who set Sweet D on fire? Ooh, that's a good question. I think it was Dennis. Although it might have been Frank, but I thought it was Dennis. Do you have any memorable chess game you played or saw past few years? No. Have you ever played GM Nico Theodoru? I may have played him online, but I don't know of that. Why is everybody criticizing Levy? GM, IM, what is the difference? Agreed. He doesn't deserve any criticism. Is the opera game the best game ever played? No. Ben famously almost beat Korchnoi. Misspelling Korchnoi. That sentence isn't 100% false, but it's pretty misleading. A very misleading sentence. That's like saying Trump will make America great again. It's not true, but it's misleading, but so forth. What he meant to say was, I almost played Korchnoi, and if I had played Korchnoi, I might have won. It's possible. He was probably about 77. What Elo is Ron Weasley? I've never seen that movie. What's your favorite sandwich? I don't know. Something vegan. I was the guy with the cowboy hat. Well, I definitely remember you, except for one thing. Do you ever think there will be a chess player able to compete with engines? Certainly. You are not a vegan. Darn. In the opera game, why didn't Morphy play Bishop f7? Actually, the engine doesn't like Bishop f7 as much as what he did. Is cheese vegan? Vegan cheese is vegan. Are you a vegan as a secular means of keeping kosher? Wait, does that sentence make any sense? Would inviting rapport to top chess tournaments more solve gender inequality in chess? What? I'm getting confused by the questions now. I kept kosher just to be on the safe side. Anyway, we killed enough time to get to 8 o'clock, and we're on Chess TV now. Hi, Chess TV. I stream Tuesday nights for the purpose of showing my Title Tuesday games played earlier in the day. I play Title Tuesday 11 a.m. Eastern, then I stream from 9 to 11 p.m. the same day, and I show my games from Title Tuesday and analyze them. If you were a vegan, there's no way you could be this handsome. Well, I haven't been a vegan my whole life. I've only been a vegan for 6 or 7 years. It's either exactly 6 or exactly 7 because it was a New Year's resolution. But I forgot if it was 6 years ago or 7 years ago. But it's one of them. Why can't protein from vegan? Question mark. What? I need translations from weird English to actual English. It's 9 p.m. where I am at. Yeah, it's 9 p.m. here too. Is kosher the same as halal? That's too complicated for me. It's 2 a.m. where I am. Let's see, that's 5 hours. So you're in Great Britain, maybe? Easy opening to learn against the Sicilian. I've written 2 chessable courses for playing black in the Sicilian. So I can't help you with white. White's doomed. Doomed. Blen, let's play some Blitz. This stream, we analyze games I played in Title Tuesday when I start to want to analyze them. That's another thing that irks me. I've never said the word irked. Oh, that was interesting. I like saying irked. Anyway, I was irked because sometimes in my stream, people are like, why are you doing this and not doing that? And the reason is it's my stream. So if I want to talk to the chat, I'll talk to the chat. If I want to complain about Trump, I'll complain about Trump. If I want to complain about Nazis like Elon Musk, I'll complain about Nazis like Elon Musk. And if I want to look at games, I'll look at games. Yeah, typically people have recency bias. So if Alcaraz wins and Sinner loses, everybody's like, Alcaraz is great and Sinner is bad. But then if Alcaraz loses and Sinner wins, then it's the opposite. You judge people by their career, not by the last match that they played. That was a weird move. Do you think he actually meant that? Do I think Elon Musk meant to do the Heil Hitler sign? Of course I do. He's very right wing, kind of Hitler kind of guy. Hi, Emirated 53. Thank you. I don't really understand what the chat's saying anymore. It seems like people are talking about other things the chat said, and I don't know what it is. I'm Jewish, that was terrible. Frankly, terrible. So we have 62 people, 63 people watching on YouTube, and we have 1,522 watching on Twitch because we're on Chess TV. We're talking about Kobe? Okay. There's some TV show coming out about Kobe. I think it's in several parts. I think the title of the show is Kobe was great and he probably didn't rape anybody. I think that's the title. Maybe they tabled that title for another title. I'm not sure. I forgot. Ooh, Led Zeppelin documentary? I didn't know about that. That sounds good. But your spelling of February isn't very good. You move the R over a place it shouldn't be. Also, you didn't capitalize February. But you spelled Led Zeppelin correctly, so that's good. And excited. It's pretty good. It's better than most internet people who type stuff. I just saw the F4 video. Truly horrifying. What's the F4 video? There's an F4 video? According to George Steinbrenner, is it February or February? And if it's February, what about the Rue? Who put that in? More Seinfeld trivia. Have you ever played drums in a band? No. In English, it's February. Okay, so let's look at the games I played today. First game, I was white. My opponent is from Myanmar or Burma. It'll always be Burma to me. Another Seinfeld reference. He's rated 2409 and he's a FIDE master. So it's a Queen's Gambit declined. This is like the main line. At this position, the most common move for white is Rook C1. And you could also play Bishop D3, Queen D2, Queen C2, and Queen B3. I've played most of those moves. Okay, I usually play Queen D2. The reason I play it is nobody plays it, so I like that my opponent is on their own. And this was featured in a couple of games from one of the Karpov-Kasparov matches in the 80s and or 90s. I'm not even sure if it was 80s or 90s. I think 80s. Well, it could have been both. Okay, and the point of queen d2 is to play rook to d1 and make it difficult for black to make one of the freeing moves, c5 or e5, which typically black wants to play. These are my games from Title Tuesday, Karen. The games that I'm doing for 5 minutes with Ben are from the Charlotte Open. Right, this is Title Tuesday. Yeah. Karen was mildly confused for a second. Okay. So, my opponent played queen d6, which I've never seen before. Seems like a very strange move. The engine wants me to play something aggressive like h4 or g4 or e4, because queen d6 doesn't make a lot of sense. But I just stuck to my rook d1, which is okay. White's slightly better. b6. Now, again, the engine wants me to play crazy with h4 or g4, because that's the way engines play chess now. And I played a3, which the engine doesn't like. He played a5, which the engine doesn't like. Again, it wants me to play aggressively on the king side. I played bishop d3. It says I'm slightly better. And it says white is up 0.56. So it prefers white in this position. White has a lot of, black has a lot of glaring white square weaknesses on the queen side. And black hasn't completed development yet. And white has two plans that make sense. One is to play rook c1 and knight b5. And the other is to play for e4, the latter of which I chose. Does queen d2 ever have problems with bishop b4 pinning the knight? No, bishop b4 pinning the knight would be illegal because the bishop's on f6, so it can't move to b4. And if it could move to b4, I would just play a3 and unpin the knight. So the answer to your question is double no. Your move is illegal, and if it was legal, it would still be no. Queen d2 is played way after bishop takes knight, bishop takes. And by way after, I mean like a couple moves after. But good question. Why does Karen only get to text the phone while we only get to type from chat? It seems pretty self-explanatory. Okay, so he played c6. So now the previous idea that was aforementioned knight b5 doesn't make any sense anymore since it would be hanging. Typically, when black moves a lot of queenside pawns and doesn't develop, you want to punch in the center. Also, there's not a lot of ideas for white. The two main ideas in this position a friend of mine in California texts me a lot. Okay. And he watches the stream occasionally, not too often. Two main ideas for white are e4, busting open the center whilst I have lead in development, or I can move my knight off of f3, say e1 or d2, then play f3, e4, and try to build a big center. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me now because that would just give him time to develop. So I played e4, which the engine says is correct. Played queen e6, which seems like a mistake because rook e1 would gain a tempo on his queen. The engine now says I'm +1. Now the engine wants me to play either d5 or queen c3. I don't remember what I played. I took with check. That gives away some of my advantage, but it's still a big advantage to white. Because, you know, his knight on b8 and rook on a8 aren't very good. Okay, so it says I'm up 0.7. It says that's a very bad move, and now I'm winning. And rook e3 is one of the winning moves. Queen b3 is also winning, putting pressure on f7 and attacking the b6 pawn. Oh, I played queen c4. I thought I played rook e3, but I played it later. Queen c4 isn't as good as queen b3 because queen b3 attacks the b pawn, but I didn't notice that. Yeah, now white is very close to winning, 1.4 for white. The only move is b5. It says otherwise I'm +2. Now it says I'm plus 4.91 if I double rooks on the e-file. But I played a tactic instead, and after the tactic it says I'm +3. So the tactic I played worked, and I was talking about it during the game. I was like, usually when I play a tactic like this, it doesn't work in Title Tuesday. But if I think it's the right move, I have to play it. I can't just say, well, I suck, so my tactic's not going to work, and then not play it. Although, that might get me more points. I don't know. Maybe I should say that. So I played knight takes f7. So the idea is if he takes with the queen, his rook is hanging. If he takes with the king, I double rooks on the e-file, and he can't defend his rook on e6 because these pieces can't help. And if he plays rook takes rook, I play knight e5 discovered check, and then I take his rook back, and I'm a pawn up with a big attack. So he should play rook takes, and it says I'm plus 3.16. But he played this, which makes it very easy to win. Now this isn't a serious game anymore. He could resign now. So queen takes was silly. Should have taken my rook. Then he blundered here, although it doesn't matter. I'm gonna win anyway. But he played here, which hangs his knight. Then he resigned. You should get Aaron Pixton to leave math and return to chess. That sounds like a very bad idea. Why is h4 and g4 crazy? I don't know, it just seems crazy. Karen used to be only allowed to chatter, but she married Ben specifically to be able to text him. What? You should get Elon Musk to leave USA and return to South Africa. If I could, I would. In fact, during the last stream, I was talking about Durban, South Africa, which I was at during the World Youth Championship several years ago. Durban, South Africa has more people of Indian descent than any city in the world outside of India. That's some important knowledge that you don't need to know. Anyway, my opponent resigned. So it seems like I played well that game. Let's do a game review. Definitely played in the 90s.
Good job building a lead and not letting up.
I played 91.6, and he played 80.4. I played 2,900, and he played 2,500. So I didn't play as well as I thought I did. Who was the first Grandmaster you've beaten or high-rated player? The first two Grandmasters I beat, and they were a month or two apart, I don't know which was first, were Arthur Bisguyer and Miguel Quinteros. I beat Bisguyer in Tennessee in some tournament. Crossville, maybe? I don't remember what city it was. And I beat Quinteros in the Cleveland Open in the last round to tie for second or first or something. Forgot. Okay, the next game I played a 2386 from Spain, who's a candidate master, Fast Rocket 2007. So I'm assuming he was born in 2007. Have you ever met Bobby? No. Ben, is your throat hurting? Are you okay? My throat is not hurting, and I am okay. Why don't you listen to music while playing like Hikaru? Exactly. Good question. I can never tell if they're trolling or not. Ben, I've been watching your under 1,400 videos on YouTube. Great stuff. A lot of people watch my videos from St. Louis that I made 10 years ago. They asked me about Ken West and Arjun. I haven't been to St. Louis in like 6 years. So I don't know if those people are alive or what they're doing. I never have any contact with anybody in St. Louis. And our YouTube channel has about 3,500 videos on it. And they're all within the last 5 years or so. So you should be looking at those videos. Those are the recent ones. Yeah, I haven't lived in St. Louis in like 9 years. I can't answer the questions on YouTube because they're too silly. We have hundreds of long lectures on our channel. You probably missed half of them. At least. Okay, so here's my second game. Okay, so we dropped the Chessable course written by Richard Palliser with me doing the videos. Richard Palliser is a British IM. And our course, which came out on Friday, is on this position, which we call the Sicilian Surprise Neo-Boleslavsky. It's played many times by Bogdan Daniel Diak and also occasionally by Hikaru Nakamura and Pentala Hari Krishna. And my opponent in this game fell into a trap that we mentioned in the course. So I won this game very easily. That's not the best move, knight b5. Okay, so this is the main line of knight b5. And in this position, the engine says black is slightly better. And there's a move that looks tempting for white, but it loses immediately. So therefore, it's bad. Now, if you're taking notes at home, if you make a move that loses immediately, then it's bad. The engine says he should play c4 or bishop e3, and the black is slightly better. Black's up a pawn, and white has some compensation. That's right, read a B09. That's what my opponent did. Played knight f6 check, which loses. It's take with the pawn. Your queen needs to stay on d8 to defend your black rank pieces. And then bishop b7, and the queen's trapped. So you can see why I have to keep my queen on d8. Oops, didn't mean to do that. So in this position, he could play queen a7, then I would play knight c6, and his queen's trapped. So he just took the bishop. And then I'm up a queen. So when I'm up a queen, then I almost always win. The rest of the game's not interesting. It's just me being up a queen. Well, he does have the two bishops. So he just walked into a trap that's part of the course and was losing his queen right away. So that wasn't a very interesting game. Would you accept a challenge? Well, I'm not playing people today. I play people on Saturday if they're subs on Twitch. Today I'm showing games that I played in Title Tuesday. That's what I do Tuesday nights. Okay, let's see what the game review says. I'm assuming very high 90s for me. 96, 97.
Well done pouncing on that free base.
Wow, it doesn't like the way I played that game. It says he played 77.5 and I played 87. Or is that 97? No, it is 87. What? Anyway, it says he played 2400 and I played 2800. I played better than 87. The game lost interest after I won his queen. Anyway, I'm banning the game review because it needs to be banned. Okay, my next game was against the Norwegian Grandmaster Christensen. He's one of the top 5 players in Norway. I think his name is Johan or something. I played very poorly this game and got crushed pretty badly. Not sure when I was worse, but it was pretty early. Yeah, the engine already doesn't like e3. It says I'm better, but it wants me to play either f3 or queen c2. Still wants me to play f3. It still says I'm better. It wants me to play b4. b4 makes a lot of sense. Yeah, b4 is better than b3. Now it says it's equal. Yeah, my position's pretty passive now. Now it wants me to take on b5. I played queen c2. Still says it's equal. Okay, a3 is the right move. It says I'm better after knight b6 and then take here and then play c5. It says white's slightly better. Now it says this is equal. Now I made a mistake. I was worried that my opponent would play g5, knight h5, knight h5, bishop h5, g4, and my bishop would be trapped on h5. So the engine says don't worry about that. So I played queen d1 so that he couldn't do that. Now it says I'm much worse. Yeah, and here I blundered. And he immediately moved after I blundered, like he knew this blunder was coming. So here I'm already worse because queen d1 is a very bad move. Now I played the losing move, g4. That just loses the game immediately. If he plays g5 or bishop e6, then white's fine. But he just takes the pawn. And then he has queen g5 pinning my bishop, and I'm just lost. So, like after g4, I'm just completely crushed. Yeah, I just didn't see takes in queen g5. When he took it, I was like, oh my god. Because then I saw queen g5. And this is just like black is running over white here. And I'm just a pawn down and ending and worse, and he has 2 bishops. I didn't put up a good fight either. I almost resigned here because I'm losing my B pawn. But I played here instead, which is the best move. Now I'm down 3 pawns and he has 2 bishops. Now I'm down a piece. Then I resigned. Seemed like a good time to resign. Maybe I should have resigned earlier. So I just got crushed that game. I played Queen D1, which was a mistake. Then I'm worse. And then I played G4, which just loses.
Not every game goes your way, but there are always some learning moments.
I played 85 and he played 93.6. It says I played 2850 and he played 3150. He played 2 great moves and 1 brilliant move. I haven't seen you in a while. Where have you been? It says first time chat. Instead of Queen D1, the engine suggests Knight B6. I had to ban someone from the channel. I should ban everybody, but I guess I won't. And people start arguing in the chat, we have to ban them. Like Chess with Ovi, you're banned. $5 from Liberum. Mr. Ben, I've been playing chess for 38 years. I play merely by memory, like Bobby Fischer. Spelling Fischer wrong. Any thoughts? I am not any professional level at all. What? I mean, just keep playing chess because you enjoy it. That's all you can get out of chess is enjoyment. Anyway, everybody's banned except the guy who gave $5. My thoughts are keep giving $5. I wasn't sure what he wanted thoughts on, but yeah. We need 33 subs in Twitch so we can get to 500. So if anybody has 33 subs laying around, that would be nice. Everybody's banned. I'm not banning you. I think the other guy was the instigator, although I'm not really sure. How much is a sub? That I don't know. You have to subbing on YouTube is free. Subbing on Twitch is like $5.99 or $4.99. If you're banned, that means you're required to play F6. How'd you do this Tuesday? That's what I'm doing now is I'm showing the games I played today. That's what the whole stream is about. Elon Musk is banned. Emirated 51 subscribed. Hooray. Go you. What did I ban somebody? Okay, they're unbanned. I've unbanned everybody except just the one person actually. Yay, chess with Ovi. Go Ovi. I just beat an NM. He must have a fake title. What'd you beat him in checkers? Are you playing any OTB tournaments soon? Yes, I just played one this weekend. It finished yesterday. And I don't plan to stream any of them. But I'm going to make 5 minutes with Ben videos on YouTube. You can see all the games. They'll be coming up this week between tomorrow and Saturday. Have you ever got angry after losing? I once smashed my laptop. No. Chess was so relaxing ever since. Well, chess with Ovi, I can confidently say you're the best player in your chair. Liberum, can a rookie like me beat a GM? I did twice. How? $2. Did you beat him with like a weapon? Did you beat him in a non-chess game like poker, bridge, backgammon? Thanks for the $2. I like your spelling of rookie. Is Title Tuesday about to start, or is this the review? This is the review. Title Tuesday finished about 10 hours ago. Right, if you beat me in your dreams, make sure you wake up and apologize. I just watched Elliot completely rage at Naroditsky. Who's Elliot? Son MM, who was pretty high elo on Chess.com. Yeah, I don't know who that is. Sounds made up. Yeah, sounds like a made up story. Stop making stuff up for clicks. Chess with Ovi. There's too much chat on the right and left. I keep turning my head. Although the YouTube chat is pretty terrible. I usually find the YouTube chat is worse than the Twitch chat. Which doesn't make any sense. I guess people who are on Twitch know about Twitch, and people who are on YouTube are just random people Not even necessarily chess players that are just on YouTube. But Twitch people seem to know what they want to look at. It's more of a niche. Not Geary. Do you think it's a lot harder to become a GM now? No. It's only hard for Levy. Are there vegan quiches? Obviously. There's vegan everything. You just make it vegan. A lot of my students say they're trying to cross 2200, and that's not, too surprising. What's surprising is I heard Levy say that like a few days ago. He's trying to cross 2200. Oh, snap, the wrong way. Just like Arjun's trying to cross 2700. Oh, snap. Hans will teach Levy, and Levy will become the world champion. Confusing Hans. Would you ever eat lab-grown meat? Yeah, I don't know. Like they grow the proteins in a test tube. Good explanation. FIDE is upset with everything. And the worst part of the freestyle chess championship is it's freestyle how you dress. So you can wear jeans. Yeah, playing longer time controls is better for getting your strength up. What are you going to do for the rest of the stream? I'll talk to the chat, and I'll look at the games that I played earlier today. What determines whether you are a master or a GM? Okay, so if you're me, you're a GM. If you're Levy, then you're a master. I hope that cleared it up. Okay, let's look at the next game, which I lost again. Man, I lost 2 in a row. Okay, I'm white against Ukrainian national master Korol Dmitry 75. We played a Benko Gambit. This is the line that I recommend for white in my course. I should just take with the bishop on c4, but I always like my knight on c4. But that's not good because he's going to play e6 and destroy my center, so my bishop's better on c4 to protect my center. So this is already better for black. Yeah, so knight a3 takes c4 is just bad. I should take with the bishop and castle right away. So black has a big advantage here. Now it says black has a small advantage. Now we could repeat and draw the game, but I don't want to draw. So I played bishop takes g7. The engine says this is equal. Now it says I should play knight d6. I guess my knight wants to head to e4, put pressure on his c-pawn. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, bishop e4 is not good. But still equal. Now it wants me to play knight e3, which puts pressure on d5 and puts pressure on his pawn on c5. I didn't look at knight e3 because it ruins my pawn structure, but my bishop is pretty awesome. And I have the f-file from my rook. Yeah, and h3 just about loses to knight d4. What I should have done here. Thanks, Fen Beingold. Thanks for subscribing at tier 3, and thanks for the 300 bits. Thanks for supporting the channel so much. I played b3 knowing I was allowing knight c3. All I had to do was take the knight and then play b3. Then it says he's like +1. That's not that bad. But yeah, I played b3 right away, and now my position sucks. Yeah, I'm just lost here. Yeah, it says he's +3 or something. It says he's +7 here. And truth hurts. Then I resigned, realizing if he didn't have his queen, he'd still be winning. Yeah, I didn't play well that game. I played very badly in the middle game.
That was a tough game that didn't go your way, but there are some good moves to review together.
I played 76.7 and he played 81.3, which doesn't sound very good. However, it says I played 2,700 and he played 2,600. I mean, he crushed me that game and he had a better cap score than me, but I played 100 points better? What's Danny Wrench doing over here? By the way, I didn't tell Karen this because I forgot, but I contacted chess.com today, the people in charge, and I said, you guys told me I could do some commentary for 2025. I'm just reminding you. And I got answers from Danny Wrench and Sam Copeland saying that, they're going to hook me up with stuff. So over the next few months, you should expect on some of chess.com's events, I'll be doing commentary. I haven't done it in a long time because basically they hate me. But, I'm a grandmaster, so they're like, well, we hate him, but we hate Hans more and we treat him pretty good. So, Yay, 2,000 viewers. What else? No, now we have less than 2,000 viewers. Boo, boo. How many do we have on YouTube? 84. That's pretty good. It's going well, Galder 94. I can't really see your name. I guess I need a new prescription for my glasses. I probably should have got a new prescription last time. I have a new prescription in like 3 years. I probably just can't see anymore. Although I didn't lose any games in Charlotte, so I don't know. In Charlotte, I played like 91 was the worst I played, and I played 94, 95, 96. But I still couldn't beat anybody. Dr. Bojangles sub. I played Mr. Ruthless from India. He's a FIDE master. That was my next game. So this is round 5. I won my first 2 rounds. I lost my next 2 rounds, and this is round 5. What's my eyesight? 0-20 or 20-0, whichever is funnier. Whichever one means you can't see. 0-0. Yeah, the doctor showed my eyesight, and I'm like, why are you castling? He said, no, that's your eyesight, 0-0. That joke's not too funny because it doesn't make any sense. Yeah, I was spotting those raccoons when I was squinting, driving home from Charlotte. There's a Seinfeld reference. Okay, here's my next game. I had black. Yeah, he played F3, so I couldn't play my line. So I just played here anyway. Plays knight c3, we transposed. He played c4. So white's slightly better. It says white's clearly better. Wants me to play bishop takes d5 here. And now it says he's clearly better. So I'm forced to sack a pawn, but I wasn't too unhappy to do that. It says I should play knight b6 here, or knight e5. I didn't play knight e5 because I thought he'd play c5. In fact, I don't understand why knight e5, c5, what I do. Against knight e5, it plays knight d4. It says that white's slightly better. Fen Beingold. Why don't you choose bishop d5? You know, I'm no good. I don't know. Like my bishop. Didn't like this bishop. I don't understand. After knight e5, what do I do against c5? It's going to change the board a weird color. Oh, well, I guess I have to just look. Maybe knight g6. No, not knight g6. Oh, knight g6. That's the only move. Queen takes d6. Black is better. Queen f6. Wow, I'm 2 pawns down and I'm better because I got knight f4 coming and stuff. And queen takes b2 and rook d8. Wow, black's better down 2 pawns. That's cool. Okay, get the board back to the right color. So I should play knight e5 or knight b6, but I took... No, just a pawn down in the endgame, but I have some compensation. The engine says all these moves are good. It doesn't like knight d3 check. It doesn't like rook d2. It says he should play rook d8 check and rook d7. That makes sense. You can check my king to h7, then play rook d7, threatening my pawns. Then it says he's almost +1. Now it says this should be a draw with correct play. b5 is correct. a5 is correct. b4 is fine. a4 is... something wrong with a4? I should play knight d1 here, so I can play knight c3. Yeah, that makes sense. Then it says black is slightly better, even though I'm down a pawn. It says this is a draw too, but I have to play accurately. And b3 is a mistake. I should play knight d1 check, or g5. Play knight c3. So the reason I played this line is because I thought if he took, I would play a5, a3. Then if he plays b4 with the idea of playing knight b3, then I play knight c4 check. He takes my knight, and I play a2, and I win. That's why I played b3. Then I realized knight takes b3 is a good move. But the engine says it's a draw. It says he's not winning after knight takes b3. I thought he was probably winning. Oh, he is winning now. I have to play knight c4 check. Oh, that's beautiful. Knight c4 check, then take the knight. Then my knight can escape. Yeah, taking the knight's actually losing. And now he's winning. Now he's threatening king d2 and my knight's trapped. So I have to go here. Yeah, now he's winning, it says. It's +4. And g5 is a big mistake, and now it's a draw. He should play either b5 or e5, and he's winning. Yeah, now I have this really nice trick. The trick is if he plays h6, I take, and if he takes on g7, knight e6 check wins his pawn. So now it's a draw. It says all zeros every move. Yeah, so this is funny. I thought this drew and this drew. Then I realized if I take on e6 with the pawn, plays f6 and he wins. It's good I realized that. So I only have one move that draws here, but I found it. Knight takes e6. And now it's a draw. And here I thought maybe he'll pre-move king takes pawn. So I played e5 in case he pre-moved king e6. But he didn't pre-move that. He only had 5 seconds left, so I figure I'll give it a try. Go Baltimore. What's your opinion on Gaza so I can make it my own? Man, they used to call Kasparov Gaza with 2 Z's. So I won my first 2 games. I lost my next 2, and I drew my 5th game. Then after that, we started trading wins and such. Well, there needs to be a 2-state solution. They can't live the way they're living now. Can't just have one, overlording on the other one and destroying everything. Israel's actions seem just totally criminal to me. They're just killing civilians. But yeah, there has to be a way where different people live in peace in the Middle East. It can't just be everybody hates each other forever. Although, having said that, everybody hates everybody forever. That is one of the problems, is sort of agree the different peoples that they won't get along, that they hate each other and they don't want them there. Good world we live in. I mean, I don't want Trump living here, but what am I going to do about it? Nothing, that's what. I was a history major before you guys were born, and the one thing that I learned, which I wrote in one of my papers, is in history, the only thing that happens over and over again is everybody kills everybody. That goes throughout history. Everybody hates everybody and everybody kills everybody. Truth hurts. Well, the reason there was a period of quiet during the Ottoman Empire is people had a way to put their feet up. So people were calmer then. Where did I go to college? I went to Clown College and then Barber College. I dropped out of both. I thought you studied mathematics? You thought wrong. A whole empire based on putting your feet up. That's something I can get used to. Yeah, here's a game I had no business winning. My opponent's from Mongolia. His handle is Lakers, and he's a candidate master. Well said, Rocks for Rental. Well said. I did graduate from Bovine University. Don't let the name fool you of Killing Floor. It's not really a floor. Yeah, there's different levels of infinity. There's the math one, there's the car. Etc. When they told Bart to go to Bovine University, he said, "Don't have a cow, man." I don't even understand Master Kenway Play's question. What's an official account on the stream? What does that mean? Bovine University is a Simpsons joke. Hi, I'm Troy McClure. Oh, you spelled herd H-E-R-D, so you were making a joke. Darn. No, he's not related to me. Yeah, I see your herd now. Very moving. Moving. Wasn't too good. So it's got to be Michigan. That's the only good MSU. What is that from Star Wars? Also not Michigan. How did you spell Montana wrong? Didn't you grow up in Wyoming? Okay, here's the next game. I'm white. This was round 6. Another QGD. QGD. Easy as 1, 2, 3. It says black's already equalized. It doesn't like my A3 move. Yeah, and then D5's no good. Now I'm much worse. Now it says it's equal. Now it says I'm slightly worse. It says I should trade rooks and play A4, and it says it's equal. Now it says I'm slightly worse. Now it says after B3 it's equal. It doesn't like knight D3. It wants him to play knight B3. Now it says after B3 I'm slightly better. Yeah, now I just have to play F4. I think I did play F4. Oh no, I took. Yeah, it says F4 is equal, rook F1 is equal. But I panicked and sacked the exchange. Always sack the exchange. Now it says black is +1. Yeah, I shouldn't have sacked the exchange there, but I always sack the exchange. And I won, so that's all that matters. Now it says he's only slightly better. Wants me to play E4 here, but I play King E4. Doesn't like G6. Now it says King E5 is equal. Now it says I'm slightly worse, but I'm not losing. So this is a drawn endgame, it says. Now it says I'm not worse. Says this is just equal. It should be a draw. Now I could play knight c5 and repeat, but I'm playing for a win. It says this is equal. Doesn't like that move. It says I should play knight c5 check. But this is still a draw. Still playing for the win. This is still a draw, it says. But I mean, white's better here. I have 2 passed pawns. This is still a draw. He can't take my pawn on f4 because I have knight d5 check winning his rook. This is still a draw. Ah, now he's lost. Yay. It says he has to play king d8 or king d6. Both moves stop b7. It says then he's drawing. Now after here I'm winning. Yay, and white's winning. The first position in the game that I'm winning, right before the game ended. Well, he had less than 10 seconds left, so I can't really blame him. The final position is not indicative of how the game went. But I had a minute left at the end, and he had less than 10 seconds. So that's why I won the game. We had like an equal end game, and then he couldn't defend properly because of the time situation. Are you playing a tournament? No. I'm analyzing games from a tournament before. $2,000 viewers. What else? Let's get a hype train going. Come on, people. We only had one hype train and it died at level 2. Very embarrassing. Let's get to level 3. So I was down the exchange because I always sack the exchange. But then I ended up 2 queens. I wanted to get a position everybody could understand. Okay, let's see the game review. It's not going to be good.
Good job breaking through in the endgame with some strong maneuvers.
Thanks, Sven Beingold. Well, this is the best game I played, it said. I played 94.6. He played 89.5. I played 3,000. He played 2,900. I played 4 great moves. Yay. Go, Ben. So that was my best game, the game where I sacked the exchange for nothing, and then I won anyway. My highest score in Title Tuesday is 7.5. I've never gotten 8. Did the stream start late today? It did not. I've been streaming for an hour and a half. And I streamed earlier today, Title Tuesday. This is my second stream today. Then Karen streamed also. She streamed for about 3 hours. She was doing poker study. I feel like going to get some water. I guess if I feel like it, I should just do it. I'll be back. You guys can start a hype train without me. I don't hear any noises for donating. Although it could be that I can't hear. Nope, that wasn't it. Yeah, I got crushed the next game. This was against Polish FM Jono. Yeah, the engine says white's better. He played this all instantly, like this is his prep. It doesn't like DC. It wants him to play knight b5 instead. Doesn't like knight e5. Wants me to play queen a5. Here I'm just a pawn down for nothing. Oops, I went the wrong way. I was like lost after like 6 moves. And I didn't help myself later. Yay, trying to learn, gifted a sub. Thank you. And Doc Gonzo subscribed at tier 1. Caffeine Joan gave 100 bits. Yay, we have a hype train. Go hype train. That just says I'm lost. It says I can resign. Yeah, this game wasn't interesting. It's just me getting crushed. It says he's only +2 if I sack the exchange here, which I almost did. I almost took and played bishop takes e4. I should have sacked the exchange. Yeah, and then here I have to play queen h5, and it says he's +3. But I played here because I didn't see queen g5 check. That was embarrassing. After queen h5, I'm losing, but I'm not more losing than I was the rest of the game. Just normal losing. But yeah, I just didn't see queen g5 check. So that was a 1-move blunder. So like I was outplayed the whole game, and I was losing, and then I made a 1-move blunder where I had to resign. So it was a terrible game. That was my worst game for sure. Played the opening bad, the middle game bad, I made a 1-move blunder. Probably played in the 70s.
That was a tough game that didn't go your way, but there are some good moves to review together.
He played 87, I played 73.3. Man, I made 4 best moves in that whole game. God damn. He played 2,800, and I played 2,350. Start the procedure on me. Come on, people, let's go hype train. That's how you get better at chess. You donate to the hype train. Ooh, water. That tastes good. 2350 is worse than Levy. No. Speaking of Levy, Ginger GM was 6-0 in the tournament, and then he drew like Fallujah in round 7, and then he lost his last 4 games. I got the same score as Ginger GM, but he had 6 out of 6. Then he drew round 7, then he lost his last 4. So he ran out of gas. Come on, people. Let's get the hype train going. We need 4 subs to get to level 3. Yeah, but 6-0 and 6.5 out of 7, that's crazy. He's paired up probably like round 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. God damn. Yay, Roofmay 630 gave 5 subs. 2,000 viewers. What else? You're the nest. I mean, the best. Yeah. You're also the nest. You lay the golden egg. Okay, let's go to another game. Okay, this was against a candidate master from Turkey, I think. Yeah, Turkey, 2552. Game, we're at level 3. Boring. So white's slightly better. White has the 2 bishops. No big deal. Whoa! Juma gave 100 subs. Karen didn't answer the phone, as per usual. I'll try again, then I'll give up. Yeah, I'm calling the IRS, that's right. Thanks, Juma. You're the best. Oh well, I tried calling Karen, but I failed miserably. All right, now we need his 10 twin brothers to give 100 subs each too. Yay, Juma, 100 subs. That's more money than half the chat makes in a year. God damn. The hype train's at level 12. Now Fen Beingle will give 101 subs. That'll show him. Except for one thing. Yeah, this is like a chess broadcast. 100 subs. I've been at level 15 before? Yeah. It's hard to get to the next level when you're at 12. Okay, so let's go to the boring game still. So this is boring. The engine says it's equal. Okay, and that's a mistake. What move can black make here which gives black a slight advantage? Rook d3 is a mistake. Man, Kara must know it's me. She doesn't answer the phone. Does anybody get an answer? Bishop to d4? No, that loses a bishop. I don't have enough guys on d4 to do that. Let's see. Does that say Joy or J? think it says Joy. Joy Ming. That's correct. C5. Yeah, now black's better because I'm going to trade off the dark square bishops and my knight's going to get the C5 square. Yeah, if you play D5, your bishop's pinned. So you're going to probably lose a piece after I take and play F5 at some point. Okay, so he played rook here. Thanks, Jujuma. You're the best. $107 subs, 601 bits. Yeah, here I think my opponent blundered, if I remember correctly. But he's clearly worse here because my knight is so good on c5. Yeah, that just loses. I take and take this. Although the engine wants me to take with the queen. I didn't consider that. It says it's slightly better to take with the queen. Yeah, now it says I'm winning because it doesn't like rook f4 either. The rook is getting trapped. Now here I should have played h5 and I'm winning. Then after rook here, e4, and his rook is trapped, and I have d3 for my knight, and he's probably going to lose his rook. Yeah, this is a mistake. Now he can play queen f5, attacking my f7 pawn, and he's not lost anymore. And queen c3 is just a one-move blunder. Does anybody see what black can do here? I'll give you guys an easy one. A better question would have been, would I rather gain 10 ELO or $10 US? And the answer would be $10. Now, if your question was, would I rather gain 200 ELO or $200,000? Now you got a question. Probably 200 ELO is worth more. Although maybe not. I'm only 2,400 FIDE. 2,600 FIDE, that's nothing. Yeah, I guess I'll take the money. But if it was 300 ELO or 300,000, it would be 300 ELO. 2,700 comes with perks. Yeah, some people got it. Queen d1 wins his rook. Then he resigned, or she did, I forgot. Yeah, I didn't play as well that game as I thought, so I probably played in the high 80s.
Nice eye. You found a tactic to grow your lead into a win.
I played 88.9. My opponent played 82.4. I played 2850, and they played 2600. Does f5 also work? Probably not. Have you looked at Jobava's Elephant Gambit? Never heard of it. I've heard of Jobava, and I've heard of the Elephant Gambit. I've never heard of Jobava's Elephant Gambit. Okay, here's the last game that I lost. Round 9. 9! Well, usually if you win, it's a good game, and if you lose, it's a bad game. This isn't the last game. This is the last game that I lost. Oh, snap! Okay, I had white. Yeah, h4 is not a good move. It says it's equal now. Still says it's equal. It says I should play queen a4 here and I'm better. Or queen b3. Now it says I'm very slightly better. Now it says it's equal. It doesn't like f6. I should play knight d2 here. Oh, I did play knight d2. Now it says I'm better. Now it says I'm much better because it doesn't like e6. It says I should play rook e1 and e4. Although it says e4 first, which is what I played. Okay, so knight d2 and e4 is good. I'm playing well this game. Doesn't like queen e2 as much as rook e1. Now it says g4 is the best move. I didn't consider g4. Then he plays g5. I didn't see g4. Makes sense, his bishop's trapped. Still says I'm slightly better. g4 again. But I'm better here too. That's a terrible move. I should play knight g3. Then I have a big advantage, it says. It says I should play f3 here. I didn't look at f3. It says that's a terrible move. Now I should play knight f1 to e3, which I didn't see. Yeah, now it says he's slightly better. Now I should play f3 again, but I played bishop g3, which is bad. And that's a bishop g4. I'm close to losing. Yeah, so bishop g3 was the losing move this game. If I play f3, it's equal. And queen f1 is also playable. Oh, and that's a mistake. He should play queen f5. Now queen e4 is equal. Queen d2 is a blunder. Why is queen e4 equal? Isn't my rook still hanging? Oh, I have queen takes e6 check. Oh, what a dummy. So queen e4 is still equal position. So I was losing and then I wasn't losing. Then I played here and I'm losing again. Then he had the world's worst technique. Like, he was completely winning, like, plus 1,000. And then it was equal later. This is just, he's up the exchange and a pawn for nothing. Or not a pawn, just the exchange. But he's winning all my pawns. It says he's plus 4 here. Then he played this great move, h3. Because if I take with the king, he has rook here check and bishop check and mate. And I can't take with the pawn because it's illegal. So now he's plus 7. Now he's plus 10. Ah, he missed f4. Oh, no, he didn't miss f4. He played f4. I didn't resign here for some reason. So this position, he had a lot of trouble winning with his extra rook. And in fact, he wasn't winning later. But he only has 4 seconds. With increment, of course. Then he hung his bishop. He's still winning here. I mean, now he just has to go here and win. Yeah, and then he blundered with king b2. I played bishop check, and I didn't see I was attacking his rook. So if I just take his rook, it's a draw. But I didn't see I was attacking his rook. So now I'm lost again. Yeah, and here I have to play king e2, and I'm barely lost. After this, I'm dead lost after this exchange sack. Yeah, now I have no hope. His technique being with a rook was really bad. It took him 25 moves. Worst technique ever. He wasted like 8 moves there. I don't have a history degree. I dropped out of college several times. I have no degree. I just went to college just to take classes, get a degree, but then I decided not to. Several times. I dropped out 3 times. Where is Karen with 5 question marks? She's upstairs. Is there a rule of thumb for King Rook Endgame? Yeah, mate your opponent. You did it to meet women, didn't you? Well, I was married at the time, so no. I went to university when I was like 30. Do you think Levy can get a PhD in math? No. I did enjoy my time at the Charlotte Open. The organizers are very welcoming. Is it sparkling water or vodka? Whichever's funnier. Smells the same either way. But it's definitely sparkling water. Okay, this is the second game from my course that just came out Friday with I Am Richard Palliser, Sicilian Surprise Neil Boleslavsky. This guy's 25 from Germany. He's an FM. This is the starting position of our course with E5. This is the main line. This is the main line of the course. Like every move we both played forever. And in this position in the course, we mainly talk about F3. That's the move the engine says is the best. And we have a lot of analysis. And he played knight G3, which the engine says is second best. And it says this is about equal. Now I was on my own because I don't know if we mentioned knight G3 or not. But yeah, we're on move 14, and this is the main line of our course. This is what I think white should do to get an advantage against our variation. I think this is white's best. But, you know, black's fine here. I played F5, which the engine doesn't like. It says it wants to play bishop E6. I thought about bishop E6 and queen C4 and F5. Now it says he should play bishop H6. He's pretty dangerous. Now it says white is very slightly better. It doesn't like F4. Yeah, during the game I thought F4 was bad when I played it. I just shouldn't play F4. Now he has a big positional advantage. But I have the 2 bishops. And I have the open G line. It says instead of queen A4, he should play rook F2. Defends his pawn and defends his G pawn. Yeah, that loses. So rook B1 is a losing move. He should play rook F2. Now I always play bishop F8, and I'm threatening queen G2 mate, and he can't play rook F2 because rook takes rook on B1. So now he's lost. Bishop takes G4 is the best move, but I played takes, which also wins. The problem is his knight is defending his bishop and it's defending G3, so he's going to lose somewhere. Yeah, now it says I'm +7. Then he lost on time here, but it says I'm +6.5. So he was better the whole game, and then he played rook B1, and I won. But I had a big time advantage. He took so much time in the opening trying to figure out the correct way to play that I had like a 1 and 45 second time advantage. And you can see in the end of the game, he lost on time on move 29, and I had a 1.5 minutes left. So another victory for our opening. I don't think Hindus are vegan. So that wouldn't be a reason to be a vegan, is to being a Hindu. A better question is, why isn't everybody a vegan? How can anybody not be a vegan? You're all monsters. You shouldn't ask people why they're vegan. You should ask why you're a murdering piece of garbage. That's the better question. I mean, humans could be tasty too, but you don't eat them. You're a monster vegetarian? Well, that's close. Why should you not be a vegan? Terrible. People ask me why I'm vegan. How can you argue about being vegan? You should figure out why you're not vegan and see what's wrong with your life. Anyway, you're all banned if you're not vegan. Should we eat human too? Only if you see the right movies. Okay, last game. The actual last game. I was playing a female IM, and the game was very suspicious. She's from the Ukraine. Natalia Buksa. Andrea Botez, ask about Elon, Human Palace. I don't get it. I'm vegan, but I still eat fish. Then you're not a vegan. You can't be vegan, but you're either vegan or you're not vegan. That's like saying I'm 6 feet tall, but I'm actually 5'2". Not in your life, my Hindu friend. Is there a chance the track could bend? Not in your life, my Hindu friend. What about us brain-dead slobs? You'll be given cushy jobs. Monorail, monorail, monorail. But Main Street's all cracked and broken. Sorry, Mom, the mob has spoken. Monorail, monorail, monorail. The ring came off my pudding can. Take my penknife, my good man. Yeah. What, you gave a sub when somebody was giving 100 subs? I don't know what Hindus are. I am a Hindu. So there you go. That guy's a Hindu. What percentage of Hindus speak Hindi, even though they're not related? The names are similar. Yeah, wheat is vegan. That is correct. Okay, here's my last game. Boring. So just equal position. That move makes it interesting. The engine says taking that is stupid. I should leave this pawn here. Just play knight c6 or a5. Now it says I'm worse. Doesn't like bishop d3. It says she should play b4 instead. Now it says I'm slightly worse. Now it says after queen f6 it's equal, but e5 is also good. It says this is equal, this position. This isn't boring. This is interesting. It doesn't like me taking on b4. Now I should play rook a b8. Line my rook up with all of her queenside pieces. I played takes, which is not good. Now I'm worse again. And g5 is terrible. Now it says I'm worse. Queen takes is bad. It says I should take with a bishop, but I was worried about b5. It says queen takes is really bad. Now I'm just lost after rook a7. After here, I'm much worse, but not necessarily losing. Now it says I'm lost. Stop the game. It's too exciting. It says that she's winning here. And it doesn't like that move. It says she should play rook a7 check. And then if I play king h6, she has knight f7 check. So it wants me to play knight b7 after rook a7 check. Now I'm back in the game. Wow, it says king h8's the best move. It says king h6 is terrible. It says that loses. Oh, I have a very easy win, which I missed. That's very embarrassing. White's winning after queen a3. This loses just out of hand to knight e1. I just didn't see knight e1. That threatens her queen and threatens mate. So knight e1, the game would have ended. I just win a queen. I didn't see knight e1. I would have won the game in one move. I played knight e1. But I played e4. Now I'm lost again. Knight takes e4 is winning. Not sure why. Bishop takes e4. Why can't I take with the pawn? I don't really understand this game. Okay, I don't see why I can't take with the pawn. Queen d2 check. Oh, queen d2 check. And then e3, she just takes it. So she sacrifices two pieces and she's winning. Because queen g5, she plays rook here check. And now rook a5 check is mate and g4 is mate. Okay, so knight e1 would have won immediately. I played e4. And now it says I'm winning again with knight e1, which I missed again. Now it says it's equal. And she has to play knight f1. Now it says I'm winning with knight e1. Now it says I'm better. Now I kept missing knight e1 and she kept missing it. Neither one of us saw knight e1 like 10 moves in a row. God, embarrassing game. Now it says I'm losing after rook d6, which is what she played. Then I sacked my queen. The best move isn't to take the queen, it's to play queen f5. Wow, that's when you know your opponent's cheating. Yeah, I sacked my queen because I thought I had good chances here. Like, it's very tricky. Just says I'm lost. Yeah, queen c3 hangs her queen, which I didn't see. I can play knight e2 check and win her queen. And I played here. Now after queen c2, she's +1. Yeah, then I saw I could win her queen right after I moved the last time. Yeah, then I'm up a rook, so I won. And then I win her knight. Yay, it's Dina. Go, Dina. Let's stay there. Dina, somebody gave 100 subs earlier. That was crazy like Fox News. That was crazy like a Trump pardon. Man, the engine's going to say I played terrible that game. I'm reviewing my Title Tuesday games. That was the worst one.
It can be hard to stay alert for endgame tactics, but you did it and won the game because of it.
She played 70 and I played 71.2. I had 6 misses, 4 mistakes, 6 inaccuracies. We both played 2,300. Terrible. Gotham Chase is moving to Charlotte, same city as Dina. That seems unlikely. Gotham Chase. Who's Gotham Chase? No, for real, Ben. Yeah, I don't believe it. I'll believe it when I see it. Good old Gotham Chase. Whoever this Gotham Chase is. Because he has friends there? What? He has friends? What a brag. What are my thoughts on Kramnik? He's a crazy old man like me. He'll be Queen City chess from now on. He'll bring down the percentage of GMs in the area. and so forth. Don't forget Bortnick lives there. My son is also Bortnick. I think that's the greatest tournament he ever had. Rawr. Somebody on my Twitch chat says that Gotham Chess is moving to Charlotte. That seems unlikely. Who is Levy? Levi Jeans? Yes. Just because you said it on his stream doesn't make it true. Oh, snap. Yeah, Dina could give Levy lessons. That would be good. I agree. Breaking news. Levy moves to Charlotte. He'll be one of the top 20 players in Charlotte. Oh, snap. Maybe. Cost of living in Charlotte's a lot less than New York. I don't know if that matters to him or not. It didn't snow where we were, but it snowed earlier, a couple weeks ago. The cost of living in Charlotte is eternal boredom. Yeah, but they have a thriving chess scene there. If you're a chess player, Charlotte's probably the best city to live in. They have lots of grandmasters. Chess Club has over 1,000 members in 2 locations. They have tournaments all the time. They have classes. They have chess camps. I mean, if you're a chess player, you want to live in Charlotte. No, Charlotte's taken over for St. Louis. St. Louis is good if you're like top 20 in the world. Then they have these tournaments for the top 20. If you're just a regular chess schmo, then Charlotte's a lot better. Chess Club has a lot more activity in Charlotte. There's 2 locations. They have more chess camps and more tournaments and bigger tournaments. If you're top 20 in the world, then St. Louis is probably better for you. But if you're like between 50 and 1,000 in the world, then you want to live in Charlotte. I did play in Portland, Oregon. I played in the 1987 U.S. Open. I got 6 wins and 6 draws. I tied for second. Top million, then definitely Charlotte. Yeah, St. Louis is mainly for the best players. You know, like Aronian and Ray Robson and, you know, those guys. Fabi. North Carolina is actually good for vegan food, too. Although obviously, so is New York. I think Hans lives in a suitcase. All right, who should I raid? Gotta raid somebody. Let's see. Poker, 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 poker. Ma, 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 ma. All right, see you guys tomorrow night. We have a lecture tomorrow on Vera Menchik at 6, and then at 7:30 is the stream. So I'll see you guys all tomorrow. Thanks for the 100 subs, Jujuma. You're the best. Thanks to everybody else who supported